Hi, are we live? Let's see. Let me just check to see if everything is working. If you're watching, please say something. Tell me you can hear me and you can see it. Um, it looks like, yeah, there's a little delay, but I think we're live. Yay, we are. All right. Hello, guys. How are you? So today we're going to do this set, right? I don't know if you if you took the class last week. This week was Sunday, where I was making the set. So you can also see on my Instagram. I put my Instagram handle down there is vania.nyc, vania.nyc, and you can go there and check the set. So it's like a play suit. It's from the 40s. I looked. It's actually from 1949 and everybody loved it and everybody wanted to make the same. So I decided to do that. So I made the shorts last week, and then today we're gonna make the top. Okay, it's very exciting. And yeah, so if you never watched any class, nice to meet you. Thank you for attending. If you're watching the replay, you're very welcome too. If you have questions, please leave a comment and I'll respond when I can. Okay. Yeah, so first let's talk about the tools and materials that we need, and it's very simple, just a few things. The pattern and the scissors, I chalk, which I use this pen, and then pins. Today I'm gonna also need like another color thread and a needle, a sewing needle, and I use these little scissors for just cut the thread, like to use around when I'm sewing, and the seam ripper, or best friend sometimes, right? And so the material that I was using is this linen towel that I cut it out. It was like hand embroidered. It's very beautiful, and I couldn't help it but turn into clothing. So yeah, and then today we're gonna uh, cut it, cut the top, find the placement for the top, and then start making it. Okay, so first step is to cut it. um, are you guys there? Let's see. Oh, hi, Marilu. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, just ask away. So here it is. So this is the pattern, and it's simple. And I just want to say that all my sewing, I always try to do very simple things. I don't like to, I like to simplify the process. I'm not a pattern maker, but I've been making clothes for a long time. So I use done patterns. I make some of my own, and I also do a bunch of things without patterns. I just cut it and try, and then, it's kind of like experimental, but it has been working for me. So that's what I want you to understand, what I'm trying to teach, okay? To make it easy, because I know a lot of people are scared of understanding patterns. The instructions are difficult and everything. So I try to simplify. Yeah, in this one, and when I use commercial patterns, like in this case, I try to find the ones that are simple with less pieces. And also, if they have too many pieces, I try to reduce the amount of pieces, okay? So that's the idea. And this is so they call a bra. This is originally like a swimming suit, right? And so it's like the center, the side and back, and then the straps. Okay. So first, I'm gonna try to place the main part, right, which is like the bra, the front of the bra. And because this bra has two darts, I made it before, so I know how it is. It has two darts in the middle, so I'm gonna try to place oh, let me put the close up here so you can see. Here it is. So I'm gonna try to place the darts off of the embroidery, right? So it doesn't like, sort of, I'm gonna try to, I wanna show the embroidery more on top. So here I was looking at before the class, and I was thinking of using like a corner. And so an important thing is to respect the grain line, right? So this is the grain line here. And I was thinking to do like this maybe. or it was on the other side. Let's see, because it was a tablecloth originally, I think, and then it has some stains, so I have to escape the stains as well. So it's kind of challenging. And it's not gonna be equal, you know, each side is gonna be different. So I think, yeah, I think here is nice. Let me see the grain line. Here it is, like that. Okay, so I'm gonna pin it just to make sure it's secure there. Smooth the fabric on the table. And then trace it. And see, I should be tracing on the wrong side, but I just, you know, usually it's better when you're, especially I'm using like this dark chalk because it's the class, so you guys can see better. Generally, I'll use a color that's closer to the color of the fabric, so it doesn't bleed or doesn't show much. But this is fine. I can wash it. This fabric is already washed, and I can wash it again later. And also, I like to do on the, you know, on the wrong side, so then it doesn't show much. All right. Then I'm marking the notches, and then I have this 2 darts. So these are the tips of the darts, right? The notches to match with the other parts of the pattern. You can miss that. Those two, they're like circles where the straps should go, but I'm not gonna worry about that because I know this tip is where the straps go. Okay. And then to mark so this is a process to mark the tip of, you know, the point of a dart that I usually don't do it. I usually just make a hole in the fabric, but because I mentioned last week, I want to show you guys this process that's kind of practical, and then it saves the pattern too. So you just go there and like do a little tiny, grab a little place, you know, a little thread from the fabric with your needle, and then you leave the fabric there. Then you know where your dart should stop for the tip of your dart. Usually this is when something is very delicate and you don't want to ruin the fabric, then you do this process. Okay, so that's that. Then I'm gonna cut it. And then mark the notches. Kind of like trimmed out the part where it has chalk, so it shouldn't be a problem. And then mark the other notches. Those are important because they are my darts. Okay, so I have this side. Now I'm gonna cut the other side. And I can just, you know, usually I would, if it's like, if I'm not using a fabric that's like special like this, that has like placements and stuff, I would just fold the fabric and cut 2 sides at the same time. But in this case, because I want to make like I want to play with the embroidery, I'm just gonna use this one. And so see how the right side is up, I'm gonna face it down and then cut it like that. So I think, yeah, it's still following, you know, respecting the grain line, trying to, because it's a towel that's this tablecloth is very old, so the fabric is like washed a million times. But it's still the, you can do your best with the grain line. Like here. Just making sure that the notches are here, because I know there's two. Yeah, so it was missing. Two notches. Can you guys see it there? I put too much in the corner, right? There. Here, think that you can see better. Try to not move much. When you're cutting fabric, one tip is like, don't lift the fabric from the table. Try to keep it sitting there, because you can change the shape of what you're cutting if you lift it too much. There. One notch, another notch. And there it is. Okay. All right, so now I have the two sides, and I'm gonna cut, so the front, right? And now I'm gonna cut the back. Let's see, a good spot. Yeah, then this time I will just fold it and cut the two sides at the same time. So I put right sides together. Leave this one here. Also respecting the grain line, like this. So take all the lace, pin it down. Yeah. So the one I made, the first one, I thought was like very large, very big compared to what it says. But I think it's like because you cross it and you put a button on the back. So I was thinking of like reducing the size so it would fit me. But I think if I just put a button, it'll be fine. Are you guys good? Hey, tell me where you're watching from. I'm curious. I'm in Vermont. I live in New York City, but I'm spending the summer in Vermont, and I love it here. It's beautiful. Are you guys in the US? Where are you? The notches. Many times I forget when I do those patterns, and then I have to go back. When I'm sewing, I have to go grab the pattern to see where the notches are. So try to always remember, because it'll help you. Okay, that's the back side. And then, so then there's this cute little piece. That's the middle front. And I think I'm just gonna do like plain linen for this. It has to be cut on fold as well, because it's like It's a double. Oh, this green line is funny. Okay. Hi, Zoe. Oh, Atlanta. That's nice. Oh, Marilu, you're in Philadelphia? I love Philadelphia. I've been to Atlanta once, Zoe. My sister was living there. And then I went to visit for like we just went to the museum. It's nice there. Okay. So this is the bra inset. That's what it's called. The notch. You know what I want to ask you guys? Oh, you love New York. Yeah. New York is great, but I went there the other day to pick up my stuff because we've been here since March, since the quarantine started. And I went to New York and it was so not fun because it's like so the fun things that you can do in New York you cannot do right now, like be outside, go to the places. So I was like, I hope it gets better because oh yeah, you take the train, right? I never took the train, but Rob always says it's easy. I want to go to the museum in Philadelphia that I've never been. I just went to see the Rocky statue. I liked it. Okay, so the inset is cut. Now the straps, the last part. I hope I have a long piece of fabric here so I can cut the straps. I forgot. I think this is fine. Hi Jennifer, Cincinnati. Oh, I never been to that side of the country. I want to go. Maybe this fall. Oh, guys, by the way, yeah, the statue, right, Marilu, it's like oh, it's not gonna fit. The statue was, we were like running and like going up the stairs. It was funny. I forgot that I had to cut this big one, this long one here. It's not gonna fit. Let's see. I might have to add it together. No, I think this one will fit. But on the other side. Here it is. Thankfully, it's like a narrow one. Oh. Okay, this will work. And basically, I'm gonna do a little trick here. It's just kind of, cut right in the corner. Cutting corners. Look. Because this is, this pattern is not like special, this is strap. It's just like a straight line. So the only special thing is like this chip that's like triangle. So here it is. And then if anything goes funny, I can fix it when I'm sewing. But I think we'll be fine. Cool. Don't cut the pattern. Okay, that's it. So we have all the pieces. Put the pattern away. Yeah, Jennifer, my husband always says that because we might go. So this summer we bought a camper. We're staying here like in a forest, you know, it's in the middle of the woods, really in the mountain. And then we got but we rented this very little cabin, and I wanted to use the room as my studio. That's where I am right now. And he is in the camper. He got the camper for his office, and we were thinking of going on a trip when it gets, because you know it's gonna get really cold here. But it's cold in Ohio, isn't it cold there? And he's like, we should go to Ohio, so maybe. But I think it is cold, right? I'm trying to escape the cold. Oh, so this I just folded, but I'm gonna cut. I'm here chatting and forgot. I'm gonna just, that's the trick. Instead of like tracing, I cut in the corner. So now I'm gonna just like cut in the middle, and I have two parts. You know, that's like kind of obvious, right? Just try to keep them both. Put it like that because it's easier. In the winter, yeah. Maybe in the fall we'll be there. We'll see. Okay, so first thing I like to do is to close the darts, because then I can press them. This is the last. So I know, because when you're sewing, it's good to keep the patterns around so you can see the shape. Because I made this a few times, I know kind of how the shape works. So, but otherwise I would keep my pattern here. I would look at it, right? So, oh, I forgot to mark the other side. Duh. With the thing, but that's easy. Look. So it is here. Put a pin there. Make sure it's very. All right, one is marked. And the dart is so important in this design. Is most of the is what makes the cool shape of this bra, really. So okay, now I have it. I'm gonna close the darts. So I know it's like this, the point is side down, and then I just look where, you know, I see the mark is here, and then I'm gonna fold and then go to the mark. So that's what it is. So right sides together. Oh, Southwest. That's what he was. Right. Oh, that's good, because in Vermont is like, it's gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful places I've been, but in the winter, I mean, it's beautiful, you know, but it's just too cold. Look, and here I'm gonna close the other dart. And I think that's yeah, that's it. Just making sure it's right, so I don't have to take it apart. I've done this so many times because I get distracted and I'm like, oh no, it's wrong. Then I have to do. When I was doing the linen one, it was one color. I didn't know what side was, and I was like, it's normal. You gotta be patient to do sewing. Okay, so this is it. This is one side. Now I'm gonna do the other one, which is like this. Yes, one dart. Oh, this is the dart. Okay. See, I think I did this wrong. Oh, cold. Yeah, guys, I have to undo this one because look, it's not the same. That's the mistake is the dart is here. I made this mistake 3 times already. Now it's live. It's great, right? You can enjoy. Okay. Well, at least it's just a little stitch. But you know, making mistakes is how you learn, right? Every time. I have to paint here without ruining the embroidery that's so old. There. Okay. So starting over. Pointing here. Yeah, this is my dart right here. Okay, now I got it. And let me warm up the iron because I have to press that. Okay, so those are the two parts. And I'm gonna press with steam, that's good. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I want to ask you all if you can just let me know what you want to see me doing here sewing, because this is like a project that I decided to do since people on Instagram, you know, the ladies asked me, oh yes, I want to learn. So I guess like I thought like, okay, I'll do this, but it's, you know, it's not really like techniques or something like that. It's just how to read the pattern and how to put it together. But if you want to know more, you know, how you do, oh, by the way, I did the zipper one that I promised last class. I'm editing and then I'll post the video how to sew a simple zipper, you know, the easiest way. But you know, if you want to learn other things sewing, let me know, leave a comment and I'll do what you asked me to. So now I'm gonna put the insert on the middle here. And one thing about this pattern is how their seam allowance is huge. So And every time I have to remember it. And it's just a tip for you when you're doing patterns that are commercial, or any pattern that's pre-made. You have to follow the instructions well, because it really makes a difference. I didn't used to I'm not used to sew with such a wide seam allowance, and then I wouldn't respect in the patterns, and then it gets the piece just end up being too big, because a little bit of measurement in each side adds up and then makes the piece too big. Okay, then the other side. Here it is. All right. Almost done. Now the sides or back. The other one. Matching the notches. Keeping the same allowance. And the sewing machine, most sewing machines have those marks here, right? So you can always like follow those for seam allowances when you're sewing. Okay, so this I'm gonna put on the side and then make the straps now. And the straps, the way I'm gonna do is, because this bra is like, it's tied, you do a knot in the back. So what I'm gonna do is and then this is the tip, right? This is the one that I'm gonna this is the side that it will be stitched on the piece, but then this is gonna be the point, like that's, you do the knot. So I'm gonna sew all the way from here there, and then flip it inside out. So right sides together. And then here you can decide how wide you want the strap. If you want very thin, or, a little wider. The original design is you just tie it around your neck, but you could also like find the right place on the back and just sew it on the back of the top, and then make wide enough to cover your own bra and wear with a bra if you want to. It is a bra, but sometimes you want to wear another bra if it's up to you. Try to keep a straight stitch here because I cut it a little funny. Then do the little tip nicely here. And the other one, because we have two sides. Okay, so there it is. Now I'm gonna flip it. Where's my thing? Here. I have this amazing tool that's, I forgot the name, but you find on sewing Notion's place, stores that, Joann's or Michael's, they have those. And I use them to flip my straps inside. So I'm trimming the extra so it's not bulky on the tip. And then, for this, when it's like wide like that, a little wide, like half an inch or something, you can use something else to flip, just like I have, for instance, brush that I use, or, it could be anything that's like a needle, knitting needle or something. But then when you want to do very thin things, straps, then this tool is wonderful. So, oh no, I lost it. But it's a hook, so I can grab it. Let's see. That happens all the time. Yeah. Depends on the fabric. It'll be easier, like, when it's silk and the fabric is smooth, it goes very nicely. But this one is like an old linen, so it's like it grips, but it works. I feel like every live I'm doing this thing. I do this as many clothing pieces, flipping straps inside out. For bags, I've made many bags in my life, so there was a tradition making. Okay. All right, then I want to poke here's my brush, because I want that thing very, no, this one's just, it's not gonna work. Just to make sure that the tip is showing, like that. Yeah. That's it. Now the other one. I'm gonna trim my hair a little. You can trim all the way if you don't want to have, and that's like, sometimes you want a very thin strap, and then that's good. But sometimes you want like a round one, and then you can leave the material inside, so it makes that shape, be like a fill. There. The thing is, like, you gotta pull it, don't lose. The hook has to be still there. It's going. Ooh. There it is. Poke the tip. Those details, like, making sure you iron everything, making sure you fold everything very nicely. It shows your work better when you finish it. It looks more well done. Now I'm gonna just iron this very nice so it's looking good and it's flat. And I have, oh, by the way, I forgot to say that many of you asked, I don't know if you guys were here, but many ladies asked me on Instagram if I have the pattern for this. And I do have my own, this is an old pattern. It's hard to find. If you want the pattern, if enough of you wanted the pattern, although like I already have some, but if you confirm, I'll make a PDF and give it to you of the pattern. My sister is the graphic designer. She's helping me. So if you want, send me a message on Instagram, and as soon as I have the PDF ready, I'll just send it to you. In a few days, I should have it. Then you can make the same one, okay? And it's pretty much easy to fit. It's not if you need to alter a little bit, it's easy. This top and then the shorts are very simple. Okay, so I have my straps ready. Did I press this? Okay, so this is a good thing to do also every time you sew anything, especially in this case where they have such a wide seam allowance, right? It's to trim so you don't get like too bulky inside. You don't need all this extra material. Then I just get rid of this. Okay. And then I'm gonna iron it too. And so here there is a top stitch officially originally in the pattern, the instructions there. So I fold the inlet inside, have like down there, and I tried on before the top stitch, and it just gets like popping out. So you want to do the top stitch here. Look, and then just gives a good finishing for it. Great. And surprise, we need a lining for this. You could do without a lining. Here it is. If you're gonna do this, if you get the pattern and you want to do it for yourself, you can just put inside. Do a on the seams here. You can do zigzag or serger if you have a serger, or even do like bias tape to make a nice finishing. But officially, there is a lining, and what I realized, I made one with lining, one without it. The one with lining, the design just makes more sense. So I'm gonna do a lining for this, and surprise, I already have my lining. So you guys don't have to wait all day for me to make one. So I made out of this cotton. It's like a muslin cotton that I got in Brazil, I think a couple years ago. It's very soft. And so that's gonna be my lining. And here's how you line a bra. So first I'm gonna stitch the straps onto the piece, and for that I decide which one I want to show here, what works well. So they're both similar, so it doesn't really matter much. Maybe the colors, yeah, I feel like this one here. I also make sure the seam are facing the same side, so the two sides are balanced. So then this would be like they're both facing the outside, and this is how it would be originally, right? But for sewing now, I'm gonna do like this, so it hides inside and it's right on the tip of this design of the pattern here, the top. Then I pin it on place, and then the other side, same thing. Make sure the length is the same. And then I'll just do a few stitches over this to fix it, to lock it in place. Do a nice reverse. Then move on to the other side. And in this case, because the two straps are going to be loose, I don't need to worry so much about the length of them to be the same here. But if you're going to attach the straps on the back, then you need both lengths have to be perfect. Otherwise, you're going to have like one that's falling off all the time and it's annoying. Okay. Then I'll just get rid of this thing here. And I'm going to do the lining now. And here it is. So I placed the piece on the table. Oh no, I forgot before the lining I have to do the top stitch here. And so just like I ironed it, the inlet is like facing the outside. All the materials are like facing the outside of the top. So I can, when I top stitch, they're in place. And then this is the hardest part of this whole process of making this bra, because you got to do a very nice stitch right in the corner. It goes low. Yeah, it's not bad. Now the other side, the same thing. All right, well, it's not perfect, but it's not horrible. And now I'll do the lining. Yeah, one side is a little off, it's fine. And there it is. So I'm gonna sew all the way around. Being careful to not sew the straps, weird. I like to pin it just so I know it's all matching, the side seams here. Where am I? And then the center front. Make sure the strap is going to be straight there. There it is. It looks like they're the same size, so that's good. Sometimes the lining gets a little... Oh, hi, Jeannie. Jeannie is my sister, guys. Jeannie, you gotta help me do the PDF because the girls want the patterns for this top. So, yeah, I'm gonna start it somewhere. I guess I'll start from the bottom and go here and end up in the bottom. It's really a full circle almost, and that leave just an opening there. And then I leave like not really, I guess from the pattern you have to do like half an inch. I'm not gonna do half an inch seam allowance. Okay, this time do a reverse and go. So I gotta watch for the strap to be in a good position because if it moves, oops. Center front. I'm gonna do a little V shape here. From the middle of the center front, I turn around and go to the other side. Over the strap, I just go straight. And now it's easy. My thing is going away from me. I heard. Okay, thank you, Jeannie. Yay, almost finishing. So I'll keep the straps inside of this little crazy thing I'm making. If you don't understand sewing, you look at this, you're like, what is this? All the seams are matching, I'm happy. And as I'm approaching where I started, I'll stop. I'll leave like 2 inches open. So here's the opening. I'm just gonna make sure everything is trimmed. I don't have extra material here. And that's exactly why I don't like to have like huge seam allowances, because then I have to trim everything. And it's a waste of material. But this pattern is from 1949, so what can we do? And so yeah, here where the strap, I can trim a little too. And then in the middle, remember how I said I sewed in a V shape. So I'm gonna do a little snip here, being very careful to not cut my thread so it opens when we turn inside out. And trim a little more. I think that's good. All right, so we're gonna turn it inside out. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me know what you want to learn, Stephanie, because I can do other stuff. You know, this was the fun because you all guys are like, I want to make this play suit, so I'm doing the play suit. But I want to make sure you guys are able to make what I show, so you accomplish something too, right? Try yourself, make something. So one side. You see, it's like magic. Yeah, let me know, email me. You know, or if you're trying to do something and you're like, I don't know, what am I gonna do now? Then message me on Instagram, you know. So all my little trash here. And that's it. Now I'm gonna iron it. And so you can, depends on the material also. Oh, sewing machine recommendation. Okay. This one is really good. If I was gonna buy my first sewing machine, depends on your budget obviously, but if you can buy a new one, the Singer heavy duty is pretty good because it doesn't move. The best thing is it's a little noisy, but it's heavy, so it doesn't move on the table. I like that. Um, if you're on a budget, go to a thrift store and try to find some used ones that are great too. Look, me and my sister say I'm the sewing machine queen because we are obsessed with sewing machines. If we add me and her, we have like 25, 30 sewing machines or something. um, yeah, but I bought this amazing one that I used in the last class for $20 at the thrift store. Isn't amazing, great condition. I just put some oil and it was perfect. Jeannie, I called her Jeannie, right? But she has a Bernina that I think it should be mine, right? Okay, so then, oh, I got iron the bottom. You know, as you iron it, you just like make sure everything's nice. Pull the seams out a little so you don't lose real estate here. And what I was gonna say is you can always like top stitch to, oh, it's not too hot. You can top stitch this one. I don't think the other one I did it. I don't think so. But you would, if you were skilled to do like a very nice top stitch on the edge, do it because it would look nice. And there it is. Woohoo! Then obviously I'll post on Instagram with the shorts, but there it is. I finished it. Look, guys, isn't it great? I'm thinking now maybe I should have had some embroidery in the middle as well, but you know, it's all experimental. The metal body, yeah. Is the Bernina metal body too? Stephanie, I can sell one to you. Let me see if I can apart. My sister might have one, and I have. Let me think because I have a couple machines that I might. You could be for sale. Okay, let me. Where are you located, Stephanie? Did you say? Dream on. No, I can sell because you know if I sell one, I can buy another one. So that's good. We'll talk. Send me a message. I think we're connected on Instagram, right, Stephanie? Send me a message and we'll discuss that. I can just, if you pay for shipping and something, you know. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you do want the pattern, so this is a set just for if you're not watching live now. Message me on Instagram at vania.nyc, vania.nyc. Ask for the pattern and I'll send it to you. And yeah, join the class next week. Let me know what you want to learn. I have a bunch of things to share, and I'm loving this. It's great. Oh, Baltimore. Okay, yeah, we can sell. All right, we'll talk about the machine. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Here.